What I'm trying to say is that social Trinitarianism is the perspective that many Eastern Orthodox believers or Christians hold to. It's the model or perspective that they prefer over and against a different form of Trinitarianism that's perhaps maybe taught by, say, Catholic Christians and the Protestants that come after them. So in reality, Catholic Christianity has one version of a Trinitarian model that's somewhat contrasted to the Eastern Orthodox version of Trinity model. They're both Trinity, but they have different points of interest, points of starting points. I'll put a little graphic on the screen where you can see this as a triangle that's right side up and a triangle that's upside down when we're talking about Catholic versus Orthodox. I'm going to explain it here in a moment, so don't worry if you're not following along with me, if you don't see the graphic on your screen just yet. But germane to our study is that many Protestants, without being aware of it, would probably interact with the social Trinitarian model as completely acceptable. They would say, I don't see any problem with it. They don't say that, well, just because it's used by the Eastern Orthodox, I have to reject it. Something like that. So, indeed, I say in my commentary, indeed, this same Wikipedia article goes on to explain concerning social Trinitarianism. And let's read the Wikipedia article, and then we'll call it quits for tonight. So here's Wikipedia's article on social Trinitarianism. Orthodox Christian theology asserts. So let me pause. This is according to Wikipedia's view or understanding of Orthodox Christianity. So if you're not an Orthodox Christian, you're listening to my voice now, consider what Orthodox Christians believe concerning the Trinity, and after you listen to it, or you're probably reading ahead of me while I'm talking, you're tuning me out and reading ahead. I'm fine with that as well. Consider that when you read this, you think, as a Protestant Christian, evangelical, you're probably thinking, well, there isn't anything really there that I completely disagree with. Sounds fine to me. What's the big deal? All right, just listen up. Orthodox Christian theology asserts that the one God is manifest in three persons. Now, stop for a second. So do Catholic Christians, right? They also assert that there's one God manifest in three persons. So do evangelicals, Protestant evangelicals. Nearly every Protestant evangelical believes that there's one God in three persons. It's when you get to the, like I said, these special groups, Oneness Pentecostals, Unitarian groups, Iglesia Ni Cristo, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormon groups, Latter-day Saints, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and some of these other groups. I'll flash a little graphic on the screen to show you some of the different Unitarian or groups that don't believe that there are three persons. But a good number of Christians hold to some form of a Trinity model. So within the Orthodox crowd, this particular one God, three persons, this term that they say was generally used in the Latin West, right? So one God, three persons, Latin Christians, which later became Catholic Christianity, they're the ones that are fond of using this particular term. Three persons is what they're trying to say. But continuing, social Trinitarianism. This is a kind of a working definition. Social Trinitarian thought argues that the three persons are each distinct realities. This was generally presented in the East with the Greek term hypostasis from the First Council of Nicaea onward. So they had this particular idea of hypostasis. What are they talking about? Hypostasis was here employed to denote a specific individual instance of being. So, according to Eastern Orthodoxy, the Trinity is composed of three distinct persons or hypostases, which are in integral relation with one another. So again, most of this sounds like standard Christian theology on Trinitarian beliefs, one God, three persons, they're all one God and things like that. And I think that most of us would probably interact with it that way. So we're not going to get too nitpicky at the moment. We'll save that for the next show. But that'll do it for now. We'll continue on this later on. So keep following this commentary. Watch all 5 videos, like I said, in this particular set. But that'll do it for now for Exploring the Shema discussions on the issues of Trinity.